get to see how I'm going to do this, because I'm going to take this wood. These were just scrap pieces. Notice I'm not doing the flat edge there, but yes, that is tonight's project, or the beginning, however you want to say it. And I'm just gathering up the last bit, which means I'm trying to find my brushes, because I have brushes. Where did I put those brushes? It's not in there. Oh, on top. They're on the top. The paint brushes are on the top. I found them because I've been organizing. But yes, so you guys, I have a little template here, and that's what tonight's project is, to get started on this. So, we are getting ready to make a little bit of spell making here. What did I say I need? I needed water. I forgot to get the water. Yes, I did. But wait. I think I have some water over here, because I put it in a bottle. Yes, I did. Put a little bit of water in a squirt bottle. So yes, I have water. I have a kind of a template or an idea of what I'm gonna do. Plus, when it dries, I have these two little markers. They're actually chalk pens, chalk markers from Chalk Tour that I'm gonna use on this project. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I saw this project on Pinterest last year. I kid you not, last year. And I thought, I want to do that. And then Halloween passed, and I was like, well, I probably don't want to do it now. But this is a little project in tribute to the movie Hocus Pocus. So if you've seen Hocus Pocus, you know it's kind of a cute little movie. Even though, you know, the Sanderson sisters like to go find children to do something bad to them. But the kids win out because, you know, they're kids. So, the idea here, and, you know, this is something, people think they can't paint, but you know what? You can do better than you think you can. Because really, these shapes are simple. We have three boards, and these, I've seen these on big signposts things on that you put on a porch, but I didn't want something that big. So, well, I have the scrap wood, so I can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint them on here with craft paint. Could use chalk paste, but decided not to use the chalk paste because chalk paste, if you thin it out, you can paint with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these probably right about here. I'm going to put, which one? That's Mary. I think that's Winnie. Or maybe that's Winnie. No, this is Sarah and Mary and Winifred. That's who they are. I couldn't remember. But we're going to draw out something kind of light. I'll use, I had a pencil. What did I do with my little pencils? Don't know where I put my little pencils. So I'll just use a little marker. And each one of them has a little V. Winifred here in this picture has a little scoop in there, which is fine. We'll do her like this. It does not have to be perfect. The thing that people get stuck on with this kind of stuff is, oh, I have to be perfect. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to be perfect. And I'm going to put This is Sarah Sanderson from the movie. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Oh, almost forgot. Got to do their faces. So you'll notice Mary has the hook. On her hair, and then it goes kind of like this. I might need to put this down a little farther because I want her face down here. And guess what? Because I'm using yellow, you can't see it. So I probably have to do the same thing with Mary. Or with Sarah. Sarah Sanderson. There we go. And she'll have a mouth, and she always had that little lip that dropped. So we'll go like this. And they all had the Cupid's bow. Probably want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this all the way up here for Winifred. Like that. Now Winifred had the buck teeth. So you don't have to be perfect. And here we go. And Mary. Mary was known for the little mole. Her mouth was not very big, but she did have a mole. And she had the yellow hair. She was blonde. She was a blonde witch. And we'll go like that. And like that. Perfect. I know it's a little hard to see, but I can see it, so I'll keep you guys filled in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the bodices. Actually, you know what? I was going to put it down here, and I put their mouths up there, so I'm just going to paint all the way up. So we'll do Mary or Sarah first, and then we'll do all their clothes, and then we'll do their faces, and then their hair. And then we take our chalk pens and we fix it. Hopefully it'll dry. If I can open the paint, how many of you have had problems with paint? It's always that. Where is it? I feel like I'm trying to find something. There. I think I got it. I think I got it. I got it. Got the cellophane off of it. I'm going to shake that up. I have not used this blue paint yet. So, put some right there. Maybe put a little bit of water in it. Not too much. Just a drop. And here's Mary's shirt. Just like that. Just like this. And I know I am on it tonight. But I wanted to do this project. It's not technically something I would necessarily... I do have somewhere. I have Jacques Couture Halloween stuff, but I have not ordered anything recently for Halloween. Because I know it's coming close. That holiday is coming up. But I wanted to show you guys something just specifically for Halloween. So I'm doing this tonight. Alright. There's Mary's dress. Ready to go. Then we're going to go ahead. I think what we'll do is I'll put some red down. That's Sarah. For Mary. And then we'll put Winifred. On there. Just getting my paint on here. Just like this. This was a neat idea to do, just because, you know, it's fun. Just like that. Get our red all the way over to the edge. Taking it to the edge. Taking it to the edge. You know, if you are afraid and you want to be a perfectionist, there is a way to make sure that you don't, you know, paint over where you don't want to paint using painter's tape. The blue painter's tape, that works well. But I'm not particularly picky. There we go. For things like this, I'm using just a simple foam brush because these foam brushes are super simple to use. And they're inexpensive. And we will do Mary's green. I don't know. This is a little too olive. This color is olive. I'm wanting more of a green color. Do I have a green or... Yes, I do. I have a green, you guys. I have a green. I'm going to use it. It'll get mixed in with the other color. And a little bit of water. Just like this. Just like that. need a little more green. Just get myself some more green in here. And ooh, it's kind of streaky because I use those two colors. But that's okay. So there's always things that you can make with your scrap wood. You just have to, you know, kind of poke around, look at things. And sometimes when you're looking at projects to do, it pays to, you know, because with this project, I was looking at it like, oh man, that's like a huge project. I do not have room. I do not have room for a project like that. And then I looked at these and I went, but I can scale it down. Because you can always make things larger or smaller. Larger or smaller. So I went larger. Okay. Let's pull this down. And if you're out there and you're watching, feel free to make a comment. You know, say something so I know you're out there. I know this is, you know, weird time because I don't usually come on at this time. But 90 projects in 90 days. 90 live projects in 90 days. That's the goal. So, yes, I'm here. Project in 90 days. And this is me getting back in the groove because I have been out of the groove. There we go. I'm not even making the paint perfect with paintbrush strokes. Not even doing that. Because you know what? It's a thing. Okay. So we have that ready. I'm going to mix a little bit of white paint and just a tiny bit of pink. I'm going to put a little bit of pink in there. And I might need another brush. I wonder if I have any more brushes because I think I've been throwing them away. Always, when you're thinking of projects, think outside the box. There we go. Got a little bit. You guys can kind of see that right there. And I had over here, you guys, I regret to tell you. Actually, I don't regret to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. Hey, Lynette. Des ain't that organized. I've been trying, but I'm just not that organized. Let me see if I got a paintbrush in here I can use. I want something a little bit bigger so I can paint. Yeah, that's not big enough. Here's one. Like, that's big enough. Oops. Got one. Just mixing up some paint. We are putting a spell on tonight. Lynette, we're doing a spell. Because this is Halloween. But not Halloween Town, because wrong movie. Tonight, I'm using some scrap wood to kind of reproduce something I saw last year as a project, but never got around to doing it. So I'm getting this set up. We are making the Sanderson sisters tonight, and I will be using some chalk pens from Chalk Tour. So it's really easy. I just printed out a picture from the internet that has the general shape, and you don't have to be perfect. So what kind of Halloween decor do you put up? Scary stuff or cute stuff? What is your Halloween decor like? Scary or cute? I know most men really like Halloween. It's one of their favorite holidays because they just like to scare little kids, I think. One of my friends, her youngest brother, she told me they got up on he and his friends got up on the roof with a dummy, like a soft dummy, and kept throwing it off the roof at kids as they came to the door. That was when they were teenagers, obviously. Obviously. And we're getting this painted in. This is Winifred. Bette Midler played Winifred. I cannot remember the names of the other two actresses, however. I just remember Bette Midler. But, she's kind of famous, so. Not trying to be perfect here. And this is, this particular project is a little bit whimsical. So that's why it doesn't have to be quite so perfect. I know some people like to be really perfect with their projects, and there is something to be said for that. But this is, this is one of those projects that it's just for Halloween, which is not necessarily, pumpkins and all kinds of. Speaking of which, I did get some pumpkins. So guess what project we're gonna do? We did it last year. Pumpkins. So pumpkins are going to be on the project list very shortly. Here we go. We're getting this on. I have been a very busy bee. You know what? I'm over here painting into her hair. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. When I get to the black, I'll fix that. I will fix that when I get over to the black paint, because that'll cover that. And she has that lip that kind of hangs like that, so I want to make sure you leave space for it. I was sitting here going to paint up into the hair, and I'm like, wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Actually, get a little bit straighter right there. There. I think that'll be okay. The hook in her hair may be a little bit taller, but we'll do. We'll wing it. Just saying, I'm gonna wing it. I need to do some hair and stuff. You know, I did not bring enough water to wash these brushes out. But I have my handy dandy trays from Chocateur. I have water. Ta-da. So I'm gonna put it in there. Where? What am I gonna? These are not just for washing stuff. Hi, Lulu. How are you? These are not just for transfers. I use them for everything. Although, since COVID hit, they've been a little hard to find. Not as bad now as they were right at the beginning. So, hence the reason, a lot of times when I'm using these disinfectant wipes on my projects, what I'll do with the disinfectant wipe is I'm going to put it back in here and use it again. Because I'm not trying to disinfect anything over here on my projects. Okay. I'm just going to dry my brush off by brushing my hand. That always works really well. Okay, we're going to put Sarah Sanderson's hair yellow. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. Yeah, exactly. Happy little accidents. You know, if anybody thinks that a project should be perfect, they're trying too hard. You know, I had a discussion with my Chocateur sponsor about that, because I love her to death, but boy, she was putting so much effort into things to make them so perfect before she sold her projects that she was driving herself crazy. And she's finally said, I just leave it. Because you can't be totally perfect. It just isn't going to happen. And if you're making money, if you're trying to make money off your projects, honestly, you got to think in terms of where the money is going and how much it's costing you in time to create a project. So, you know, I like the Chocateur stuff because when push comes to shove and I need to be perfect, these projects like this back here are easy to come out really very perfect, but not always. I mean, these that I did this afternoon, they're cute, and you guys can see there's a little spot missing here, but this is on burlap, so it looks a little bit rustic that way, which is fine. So we have the Sanderson sisters tonight. The question of the night is, what kind of Halloween projects do you like? What kind of Halloween decor do you like to put around your house? Cute stuff or scary stuff? cute or scary? Are you a cute or are you scary? I'm going to put a little bit there. Just like this. We got Sarah Sanderson. And yes, I have a lot of paint. I put a little too much. It's okay. Awesome, Lulu. I'm glad you could join and come and watch. I was thinking about doing the I Smell Children across here. I've got to come up with, get some black paint across there. Oops. I just spilled all that. I just spilled all of that. And you know what, you guys? I have rags in the other room. I should bring them in here. Oh, wait. I have one right here. Ha! I have one. The cats knocked it down. Because my cats, anybody who knows me knows I have some cats, especially Lewis. Lewis, who has, he has made appearances on my lives. Yes, he has, because he's Lewis. He's a tuxedo kitty, and he thinks he's in charge of everything. And some people from last year remember when Lewis was a little kitten and came trotting across here. Among other things. Sometimes if I walk away from the table and I leave the video on, he'll come up here and just walk across the project like it's his own. So, Louis Kabloois. I've been calling him Louis Kabloois. Who has a pet that they have pet names for? I mean, you have your pet and you give it this fancy name and then you have a pet name for them. So what are your pet names for your pets? I have Louis Kabloois. His name is really Louis, but I call him Louis Kabloois because he's always doing something. What? Did I think this one will work. Uh-oh. Really? Hang on, you guys. The computer decided to die. I think my computer, this laptop, I think it keeps overheating. I really do. Because I have to reboot it and get it all started again. That happens to me. You would think, because my old day job is in computers, that I would fix that. But it's a laptop. That's, one of the things about laptops, you guys, and I've had many computers. Laptops, I don't really like laptops, and here's why. Because they're harder to fix. Not that I go around fixing my towers, my desktop computers, because I don't. I just, they last about 4 years for me, and I go buy another one because I can't be bothered. And Windows computers are so cheap now that, $500, and you can get those fairly easily. There we go. Let me refresh that chat. Excuse me. No, I don't have COVID. Not as far as I know. But I haven't been checked. I'm just coughing because I've been busy today. What did everybody do today? Being the industrious person that I am, I did some cleaning. Took a few things to the storage unit. And I did a project with these earlier today. These were from earlier today. There's actually 4 of them. So if you didn't catch that live, you can go and watch the replay. Very quick project. It took me like 20 minutes to do. Okay. Now we have Mary. Oof. Let me get my black paint ready. I have the large ones for some other colors, and I really should think about getting a large black. You started on a baby blanket. You know, I did a crocheted a baby blanket years ago. I say years ago, it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, I crocheted a baby blanket. I'm just trying to get her, because Mary's hair is like this. Oh, I need more paint. I crocheted a baby blanket. I used this stitch, it's called the crocodile stitch, and it came out really, really beautiful. But, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it took the longest time and it used a lot of yarn, because the stitches, when it's complete, it looks like scales. It looks like actually dragon scales. And it is very soft because I used a very fine yarn. So yeah, it took a while. So we're gonna come around. This brush doesn't want to. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do something different, because this brush is splitting, which I don't like. So we're going to come up and make a bump in her hair. She has lots of curls. She was a little chunky too, so we're gonna go with that. Those are awesome. These, did you mean these projects? These were something, like I said, I did these earlier today. They use candlesticks that I got from the dollar store and painted. This one fell, so it's got some cracks on it. But, you know what? I have the black paint on right here. Let me fix that, because it fell. Ta-da! It's fixed. But yeah, did these earlier today. I used the Chalk Tour transfers to make the snowflakes. They're great just for like tabletop, and you don't have to use snowflakes. I got the idea off Pinterest, and they use FALL for fall, but we're kind of past fall. Almost. And so I decided not to use that and to use the snowflakes. Now, because these are just tacked on with these dark tacks. I can pry that up, take that off, and put something else on. Easy peasy. Okay, I need a smaller paintbrush. Let's find a different paintbrush. Because I have all these paintbrushes, you guys. I'm running out of the wider ones because I keep using those up. Alright, I think I'm going to use this brush. Oh, maybe not. Look at it. Maybe not that one. I think my granddaughter used that one. So, I won't use that one. Here, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to paint their mouths with the red. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. When you're doing something like this. We got one mouth, and then we need to make Winifred. Now remember, Winifred had buck teeth. You know, they wanted these witches in that movie to look not quite perfect, but they didn't make them look very ugly. They just gave them flaws, like Winifred had the buck teeth. And Sarah had the mole, and she was a little swarthy for a blonde gal. And then there was Mary, who was a little chunky. And quite honestly, just a little bit ditzy. Both of the other two sisters were a little ditzy. But you had Winifred, who was the boss lady, I would call her. She was the boss. Just like this. Now, these boards, I have projects that I've done, and these are actually scrap because they're the ends of these boards that I get from Home Depot. They're actually cedar fence posts with this gothic thing on the top, and I use them to make wine caddies. So they are kind of cute. And then I have these boards left over all the time. That I need to find projects for. So this was a project I decided to do. And got that. So time. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to push this one aside because it's really dirty water. And put another one of my little trays out. Put some more water in it. Rinse that brush out real good because I don't want red in the white. And put a little more white down. Yeah, Lynette, they are the Sanderson sisters. We got our Sanderson sisters tonight. There we go. Now, I'm going to do this the easy way. You could paint them. I'm just using my Chalk Couture chalk pens to do this because I'm going to draw that stuff in. I'm not going to paint it. So, she gets a line right there. And there. And there. And we're going to go down here. She has a little pen mark here. These don't have to be perfect. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, I think I would go a little farther. Like this. 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. Well, it's 4. Let's see. We're gonna put a little bit of a line here. Goes up there. 1 here. I think I'm gonna put a line here, even though it doesn't show it there. And just like this. Oh, can't forget Winifred, or Mary. Yeah, Mary. Like that. Come down here, here. Like that. We're doing some enhancement of their dresses. Oh, I forgot to put that. Look at that. Okay. Going across here, and across here. It's a good thing somebody did this project before me. Huh. And we'll go down here and here. Make some V's. Just watching it. I probably need to put a little more here, I think. Okay, and all right, so far so good. We have some work to do going up. Somebody has a mole, and somebody else has a mole here. Winifred had a mole up here. Boy, Winifred's mole looks really big. That's funny. And let's outline some hair. Oops. Mary's hair, yeah, Mary's hair is dry. Winifred, I'm gonna come back with my black pen, my black chalk pen. That's why it's making it, it's almost like it's painting rather than the other. Just like that. All right, done with that pen. Now to the white, so I can add some white. And Winifred gets some white. Now, we gotta enhance Mary. Oops. There we go. Look at the Sanderson sisters, you guys. What do you guys think? The Sanderson sisters. Now, really, all we need to do is I need to put something across the bottom, I think. What am I going to do? I don't have another piece of board. And that was the other plan. Because I want to put something across here that says something like I Smell Children or Hocus Pocus. Not sure what I should put. But I'm going to go ahead and put the paint across the bottom. I wanted to get them on here first before I painted. Now, the picture here shows they put some kind of board on here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to paint it black. Right over the top. I could have used chalkboard paint, but I'm not going to use chalkboard paint. It would dry. It takes too long for the chalkboard paint to dry. So I'm not going to do that. The acrylic paint will dry much faster, like within minutes, and then I can write on it. I do have fonts. I probably could use a font, but I don't think I have a Halloween font or one that's small enough for these boards. It's okay. I did have the idea of using some of the old transfers I have because I have things with spider webs on them. and doing that on their dresses. There we go. I'll leave that. That's got to dry. And we're going to put I Smell Children on the bottom. It is cute, isn't it? I just wanted to do this project really badly. Actually, what are you doing? Oh, look, here's the Lewis kitty. He came to visit. Hi, Lewis. Are you, hey, look over here. Let everybody see you. Say hi, Lewis. Hi. He's gonna purr at me rather than bite me because he likes to bite. Whoops. This, by the way, was a project I did the other night. This is just butcher paper with the Christmas tree on it. And you know what? This kind of stuff you can do and put it up, use it as a table runner or as your wrapping paper. All right, and come on, dry. Anybody ever do that? By the way, I have been working on some other projects like bead garlands. These are so simple to do. They're stupid simple. And you know what? Something I have to tell you guys as I'm working on these projects, like this one here. Yeah, you know, when I got the wooden beads for this. Got the wooden beads, and they're just plain wooden beads. And I thought, what am I going to do with these? And I've had them for a long time. I have had them for a long time. So I was like, I need to paint them because I want them to be, you know, not the wood color, because they all came in this color. Just like that. So I got it in my head, oh, I could just put them in a plastic bag and put some paint and I'll just squish it around. And, you know, my granddaughter helped me. And then I went watching some videos. And these ladies are putting skewers through them and using paintbrushes. I was just like, okay. I just put it in a bag. You know, I just put it in a bag and squished it around. So sometimes not following somebody who does it a certain way, you'll think of something and you'll go, yeah, I just put it in a bag. Okay, we got a little bit more drawing to do. Then we're putting I Smell Children on here. Still not dry. What did I do with my... Oh, there it is. Look, you guys. I was thinking I did not have this. I have it. I forgot I had this. We should be safe because I don't have the air conditioner on. I'm hot, but I'm not that hot. One day, I will move out of this apartment and be somewhere where I'm not hot. There we go. It's done. And I am going to put here, I Smell Children, with my handy dandy chalk pen. just, you push the nib down, and I'm pushing it down over here because I don't want to do it on myself. Smell. Children. Look at that. There we go, you guys. I smell children. There it is. Here, I'll turn it sideways. I think you guys can see it better that way. I smell children. That is the project for today. So this is my, I'm going to pop this up. This is my third project. I am working on a challenge for myself. 90 projects in 90 days. So I had to do 2 today because yesterday I was busy and I couldn't do a project. So I did this one tonight, you guys. And it's super simple. You don't have to do it this size. You can do it any size. And the key is to find yourself, when you're doing this project, is to find something you can print out and duplicate. So that's my rendition. I smell children. So with that said, you guys, I hope you had fun watching tonight. Remember, I do a lot of chalk tour projects. This one wasn't wholly chalk tour. I did use the chalk pens for this. I could have used, had I been thinking about it, I probably could have used the chalk paste to paint, because you can use the chalk paste to paint. Just thin it down enough and you can paint with it. So that is something to keep in mind. I am going to do a Zoom call tomorrow and talk about Chalkateur and where you can get the pastes, the transfers, like the transfers that are used in these, on these, like that, and on that, plus some other stuff behind me. So I hope you guys come back, you watch. I can't guarantee. I usually go live around 6 or 7 Pacific Standard Time with my projects. No guarantee, because sometimes I will go live early in the morning if I think I'm going to be kept really late at night at work, the dull day job. So with that said, you guys, have a great evening, and watch out for some hocus pocus.